If you want to know my opinion on what I think, just keep on watching. Hey guys, what's good? It's your girl Nisi here and I'm back with a new video. And guys, oh my gosh, I want to give a huge shout out to my new subscribers. So I uploaded a YouTube shorts yesterday saying, I'm just a small content creator. Can you subscribe? And I got 20 subscribers. So big up your thank you so much. And if you're new here, subscribe to your girl. I'm still on the road to 1K for the end of this year. But yes, guys. Big trigger warning for today's video. So I'm going to be talking on the TikToker that was live streaming and she ended up killing a pedestrian. Listen, I take a lot of clips to do my videos and react from TikTok. And when I see people driving and they're doing story times or they're telling, what happened in the situation, my anxiety goes all the way up because you can obviously kill yourself, you can kill somebody, you could just, you know, crash and mash up the car. Like, so hearing this, I'm not surprised because people be driving and filming and just doing the most. And listen, I'm a driver, and when I say you need to have your head on a swivel, people come out of nowhere, animals come out of nowhere, other cars come out of nowhere, people just, emergency stop in front of you. So you literally have to have your head on a swivel. I'm gonna roll this clip and you hear the sound when she hits the man, and I will be back with my commentary.
I don't know. It was weird. Like, so. Fuck! Let me call y'all right now. Oh, fuck. What was that? Fuck. I'm gonna take somebody. You okay?
Yeah, guys. So you just heard that. Crazy. Listen, I clipped the left wing mirror recently. So I did it in September. And just that alone, it scares you. I've never been, thank God, I've never been in like a major car crash or collision. But I have like, bumps and scrapes, the normal stuff. So the fact that there's people in the car, because again, when you're driving, when you're carrying people, you're responsible for their lives and obviously yourself. There's kids in the car. She's hit this man, and even the kids are like, "What was that?" Like, and then she's live streaming, and the person on the live stream's like, "Girl, are you okay?" No, she's not okay. She's going to jail. Like, how do you like defend this? You know what I mean? You can't be like, because again, you can take your eyes off the road. Like, even myself, when I'm changing like the radio or the music, the temperature of the heating, that's me taking my eyes off the road, but never to live stream or to take a picture. Like, no, phones, put your phones down. It's a big no no in the UK, but I know in America, a lot of people just be casually on their phones. And I know over there, you drive more automatics than manuals, but I see it all the time on Snapchat. People be filming, the steering wheel or how fast they're driving on the motorway. And it's just like literally just one wrong move and your life is over, someone else's life is over. Like, it's crazy. But one thing about TikTok, they're going to gather you up, especially when you're in the wrong. Now, she has some crazy ass stands that are calling us for holding her accountable. They're calling us, haters. Well, we just want to see this black woman fall, da 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 da. And it's just like, she killed a man. Like, what he's on? Again, it's giving the whole gets. I did a story about a popular rapper here in the UK who ended up drink driving and ended up taking a man's life. So if you've not seen that video, do check it out. But yeah, guys, let's get into some people's reactions.
Tanisha McCarthy, aka Tyme. Yes, her identity has been released. Did you really think it wouldn't? So, there's a lot of people that are extremely upset that Tyme is a trending topic. Tyme is the woman who ended a man's life by running him over while she was on TikTok Live. So imagine that, thinking that something that occurred, a man losing his life on TikTok Live by a TikTok creator, wasn't going to be a trending topic on TikTok. Thinking that you can control that narrative. You're not going to be able to control the narrative. Her full identity has been released. There will be many more videos about this. I'm going to continue talking about it as a true crime story. And You guys can't stop that, okay? This is for all the bullies that are like shaming people for talking about a man that was unalived on TikTok Live, talking about it on TikTok like we're not supposed to talk about it. Yeah, so I know Krishan Rock is lucky and happy that she has a break today. Okay? This will continue to be a trending topic until people are no longer interested. It will pass like everything else on TikTok. She gets no special privileges. All right? All right.
Shout out to that woman. And this is what I can't take, yeah. So tea time, she's kind of messy, like the Tasha K. She speaks on celebrities and trending topics. When it's like when they're trending and they're in the news, their stands and weirdos, people that support them are like, no, you can't talk again with the whole Gets. Gets is a rapper, he speaks and raps on situations that's happening in the world. When he had his situation, people, his fans were like, oh, you can't speak on him. And maybe someone was chased. Like, it was all the excuses in the world. So, listen, if you dish it, you have to take it because guess what? The table's always turning. God forbid if I'm ever trending for some madness, people are going to react to it and people are going to talk about it. There's nothing I can do. Like she said, today, tea time, it's you're trending. Tomorrow, it'll be someone else or next week. But like she said, Krishan Rock, because she's been trending recently, you've got a day off. You know what I mean? And it's mad because Krishan Rock, she said, anyone that speaks on my son speaks on me. Bad things happen to them. Her ex-boyfriend spoke on the child. He ended up being unalive. Blueface spoke on her. He ended up going jail for like 2 years. And this woman's been speaking on her. And now this woman's gonna go jail for unaliving someone. So I don't know what hoodoo voodoo Krishan's done to people that speak on her, but yeah, but she told no lies. Like, listen, tea time, it's your time. Like, you're trending. Like, why was you live streaming while driving? And like she said, you talk your ish on TikTok. So now people are gonna talk their ish about you on TikTok. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hello? But it's sad. Rest in peace to the man and praise to his family. He was an elderly man, so you know, I mean, he wasn't super old, but I think he might have been in his 60s, just walking across the road as you do. You're meant to stop, and because she was live streaming, she didn't obviously see him, and she just ran him over. It's sad. Now it's not as bad as what Gets did. Gets's one was disgusting, very horrifying. But even though we didn't see her run him over, just that sound and that thud, it's like again when I smashed my left wing mirror, just that sound, and then the other car because there was damage to the other car. It's just horrible. So I can't imagine actually like running someone over and their life being taken. Like it's crazy. But shout out to that woman, she told no lies. Like, sorry, tea time, it's your time. Like a lot of people are like, oh, why didn't she pull over? Like, what was so important that you had to live stream while you were driving and then there's kids in the back of the car?
So why was the man in the road? This comment was left on my last video talking about TikToker Tyme, who struck and killed a pedestrian because she was live streaming while driving, which, first of all, is against TikTok community guidelines to be live streaming while driving, and it is illegal to be on a handheld phone while driving anywhere in Illinois, including Zion, which is where this occurred. It is illegal to hold a phone, talk, text, email, watch videos, participate in video calls, or access social media while driving, even at a stop. The law applies even when stopped at a red light or in traffic, as you are still considered to be operating a vehicle. What if she had the phone mounted? Hands-free is generally allowed when you're using devices like Bluetooth or speakerphone. The device must be mounted and you should not touch it except to turn it on or off. That segment is allowed for people to use Bluetooth so that they can have phone calls and listen because their eyes can stay on the road. Tyme was doing a live stream and actively participating in it and looking at her phone while driving. Let's look at where this incident occurred. According to this article, officers shut down Sheridan Road between 31st and 33rd Street while investigators worked at the scene. Tyme was also driving a 2015 Ford utility vehicle while traveling on Sheridan Road when it struck Lucas. Lucas was attempting to cross Sheridan Road just south of 33rd Street when he was hit. If we look at a map, this is Sheridan Road and right here is 33rd Street. I am assuming that this is the intersection at which the incident occurred. They're saying that she was traveling down Sheridan Street and that he was struck crossing from 33rd. There's also 2 crosswalks and a stoplight at this intersection and 2 bus stops. While this investigation is ongoing, I'm sure they're checking traffic stoplights and crosswalk lights to see which was red, which said you could cross. Regardless of that fact, she was on a live stream while driving, which is against the law. Now, honestly, in my opinion, I'm shocked that she hasn't even been arrested yet.
Yeah, shout out to her for breaking it all down. Yo, those images were too much. Like, I don't know if that was the actual car, but when you see that car on the bend and then it struts and it knocks over the person, it's like, wow. I agree with her. First of all, it does go against TikTok guidelines, but she had green screen, so you know when you can, fake it. So she was faking it. But listen, I've seen people driving, playing music, just doing the most. So before you can watch that video, it does say sensitive content. Do you still want to continue? And obviously I click yes. Like I remember a girl that I knew, she was doing like a bashment mix and she was driving and singing along to old school bashment, and TikTok was complaining, but it didn't do anything. So again, I feel like more stricter rules need to be set. You're not meant to show like weapons, bombs, little things like that. But I still go on TikTok and I still see that stuff, obviously racism. But then someone could be preaching and talking about, protesting and, the whole Palestine. That video will get taken down and it will get shadow banned and that person might lose their account. But then this woman and people can live stream or do a video and be driving. You know what I mean? Alcohol, GUNs, there's so many things you're not allowed to show on TikTok, but yet I still see stuff. Same with YouTube. I see stuff that shouldn't be on here. So they need to do better also. Green screen or not, there needs to be somehow and some way they can still tell that someone's driving and videoing. Like she said, there's Bluetooth. I mount my phone and play my music. It's a 2015 car she was in. You know what I mean? It's not like a car from like the 2000s or 90s where it's like the CD, like, so there was no reason for her to be live streaming. I've live streamed, yeah. And then as soon as I go to my car, I tell them, all right, guys, I'm jumping off live because I'm going to be in my car. Like, there's no point of me live stream because you're not going to get my attention. I'm going to miss the chat, the comments. So I, come off live, go where I need to go, and then maybe go back on live later. But again, people are in competition with the streamers. Streamers are on their stream talking to their people literally from morning to noon to night, so a lot of people are trying to, be in competition. The longer you stay on, the more money, more attention, more gifts. I'm talking about that. So obviously, with this whole investigation, we all know she's not going to be on TikTok for a good minute. Please tell me, guys, why she's asking her fans, if you want to donate, because obviously she's going to be missing out on money because, she's not going to be able to make money on TikTok anymore. And she's dropping hints like, "Oh, guys, I'm not, not addressing it, not she's not it's not giving that she's sorry." Like when I heard this, I was just like, are you even sorry? Like just the fact that she can jump back online. Like I would be so shocked if I unalive someone online and then, the next day I come on and I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm not gonna be on here for a while. Is it okay if you send me some donations and some gifts, for me and my children? There's no point because it looks like you're on the way to jail. Like there's literally no point. But praise to Lucas and his family. Like this is so heartbreaking.
Come on, T-Time. I was hoping that video was AI. Live streaming in your car with your children in the back and you hit somebody and now they dead. Come on, man. Like going live while you in the car driving is not that serious, bro. All right? It's really not. And now you could possibly go to jail for life away from your kids. I mean, this is just pure irresponsibility. This is irresponsible. You couldn't wait till you get home. Did you have to go live? Was it that important? And I know that this is a source of income for you. You know what I'm saying? And people do be supporting you, but at the end of the day, like getting back home and not taking nobody's life because you're on the phone is more important than talking to strangers online, hosting topics. You could have did that in the comfort of your home. But now, this is stupid. I mean, I want to say I feel sorry for you, but I feel more sorry for the victim. I mean, because your irresponsibility cost him his life. It cost him his life.
Yeah, shout out to him, and I agree. Like when you hear that thump, it's just like this ain't real. It's like someone's put like a sound effect, but no, it is real. I agree with him. You're a grown woman. This is very irresponsible. Like, you would expect this from like an 18, 19-year-old, someone who's just started driving, who's addicted to social media. Like, you literally could have waited till you got home. Again, this is some people's full-time job. I get that. But what's the point in risking your life, your kid's life, and somebody else's? And that's what you did, and you took someone else's life. So I agree with him. Like, it's giving AI, it's giving this has to be a joke. Like, cause ain't no way. It's like common sense has left the building. Cause why did you think it was okay to live stream? And this is not her first time. Again, people get DUIs all the time. People drink drive all the time. With the whole get situation, literally, there's so many people that get run over every day and get hit by drink drivers, people on the phone, people doing balloons, like people doing drugs. Like, it's nothing. There's nothing new under the sun. But tea time, you're a grown woman. Like, what are you doing? Nothing. No juicy topic could have ever been that important for you to be on live to take that man's life away. And obviously, she didn't mean to, but this is what happens. Like, stupid actions have, what I mean, consequences. This was a stupid act. I've gone live before, but I've never, gone live when I'm driving. I wouldn't even go live if someone else was driving because I believe as a passenger, you need to look out for what that driver can't see. You know what I mean? Sometimes I've had passengers and they're like, oh, watch this car coming up on the left. You know what I mean? I hate people like when you go on car journeys and the passengers are like, yeah, I'm just going for a nap or I'm going to sleep. Like, no, I need you to be my eyes and ears for the things that I can't see, the blind spots. Again, you have to have your head on a swivel when you're driving. I hate car journeys, long journeys, because I mean, the longer you're on road, there's more possibility of you getting into something. You know what I mean? I hate driving to new destinations, new places, because it's just like, every city in the UK, yeah, they have different rules. Some cities have more like mini roundabouts, some cities have more one-way streets. I remember when I drove to London only one time, never again. There's so many private roads in London. I remember driving and I got tickets when I got back, and I was just like, it was like you drove on a private road. There's private roads in Manchester, but I know of those private roads in London. I'm just driving, and then you've got bus lanes, places where it's just for like taxis, places where it's just for cyclists, the mopeds, the electric scooters. Like, it's when it comes to driving here, it is too much. But shout out to that man, and I agree with what he said.
You mean to tell me that I have to use special words like unalive and pew pew to avoid getting strikes on my content, but people drive while filming TikToks and their account is fine? Absolutely not. Their account should get taken down. They should get flagged. That would deter y'all because the only thing y'all care about is likes, views, and followers. So get rid of your account. Lose your account so someone doesn't lose their life. Yes, this is inspired by that tea time woman who was live streaming on TikTok with her kids in the car and then hit someone and killed them. Not only have I seen that video circulating on TikTok way too many times, I'm seeing people make content about it who also film while driving. And I guess y'all feel like y'all have some sort of like moral high ground because she was live streaming and you're just regular making TikToks, but you don't. It's really fucking dangerous. There is no piece of content that is worth risking your life or the lives of any other person on the road or minding their own freaking business trying to cross the street and get home to their family or go to work or go to the bar or wherever it may be. You need to film a TikTok that bad. And let me tell you, I've seen the TikToks. They're not anything special. Pull the car over if you just need to make the content that badly and make the content. Stop filming while driving. And honestly, the platforms, y'all are at fault too.
Yes, shout out to her, and I agree with everything. Even with YouTube, PDF file, GUN, delete, unaliving, like all these words we have to make up. And if you say the actual word, that video will get either shadow banned or your channel could get taken down. The video won't get demonetized. But You can literally unalive someone and then that video's still up, your channel's still up, or your page is still up, and it's just like, wait, what? I'm just saying words, but this person's actually taking someone's life away. And I agree with her. Again, doing research, I look at other people's like content who I'm talking on. Her content in all that. I've seen better people that talk about celebrities and what's piping hot tea. It ain't all that. So like she said, it really could have waited. Like the man lost his life for this. You know what I mean? There's levels to content and editing and all that good stuff. Some people's is very plain, plain Jane, and some people do the most and go all out. I agree with her. Her content isn't even all that. And again, his like the man had to lose his life for this. So I agree with her 100. And it's not just the person that has to take accountability, it's the apps, it's TikTok, it's YouTube. Because again, I still see stuff I shouldn't be seeing, but their page is still up. And then there could be someone who's, a conspiracy, like conspiracy theorist, or speaking the truth, talking about we should get together, better the world, and their channel will get taken down. So it's like, wait, what? They've not hurt no one. They've not unalived no one. They're not planning to hurt no one. They're just speaking good and positivity. Their channel will get taken down, but then you can see someone unalive someone in live 4K, and their video will still be up, and their channel will just be fine. Please make it make sense. But shout out to her, and I agree with her 100.
Full capacity. It's hard for me to host live. I won't really be here long. I won't be on live mm, until my mind is on full capacity. So just allow me that, y'all, because I want y'all to have want y'all to be able to have the part of me, you know what I'm saying, where, I'm not distracted or anything like that. Yeah, my Cash App up there if y'all want to support while I'm on mental leave. I don't like asking y'all for shit. But if y'all find it in y'all heart, and y'all wanna support, my Cash App is right there. I just want to tell y'all I will be okay. I am taking things one day at a time. And I've been writing. I got a new album. Well,
So you came on here not to issue an apology to the family, not to speak about remorse. You came on here to talk about your podcast or your channel. You came on here to talk about an album. You didn't have not an ounce of tremble in your voice, not a tear. Y'all have to be careful who y'all idolize and look up to on this app, because she was talking to her followers. They're in her live. This is who y'all look up to. People who don't take any accountability. And then she leaves her Cash App talking about, oh, if we want to donate this and this. Didn't say, hey, at least 50% of these proceeds are going to that family. I'm shocked. Thank you to the person that sent this to me, because it did not come across my FYP. But this makes it a little tougher to feel sorry for you. I'm not gonna lie, because you're just acting like nothing happened.
Guys, just take it in. Like, I agree with him. Like, you lot who you support, you really need to look at them, with the squinting eye. Like, nothing, she didn't address it. And again, there's probably a huge investigation, so we know she can't talk about it. But not I'm sorry, can you send donations so I can give it to the family? Like, none of that. Again, I love when they're like, I don't ask you for much, guys, just obviously thumbs up the video, share the video. So I'm gonna leave my cash app there. Listen, this is why I love Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar will be like, listen, I need donations, gifts. Like, guys, you know what I mean? Like, I love Dr. Umar because he keeps it 100 for the most part. Like, if he needs donations, he'll tell you, listen, I need donations. Not, here's my cash app, or, if you want to support me still. And like he said, an album, no shade or nothing. Can she sing? Like, I don't follow her, but this is your time to promote an album. You know when they say there's a time and a place for everything. You've just unalived the man and you think this is the time to promote your album. I get it because there's a lot of eyes on her, but read the room, like, huh? But I agree with him. It's giving demonic. Like she doesn't even seem sorry. Just nothing. Just hollow. And again, a lot of people, especially people that have a big following, they don't know how to take accountability. Same with Gets. I was shocked. You know what I mean? He seemed like such a conscious rapper that the Gets that I thought he would. First of all, I thought he would stop when he hit the man. And if even if he didn't stop, I thought he would put out a statement and be like, nothing. Like, wow. Like, you lot really don't know how to take accountability and say sorry for anything. Listen, if God forbid, if I was in tea time situation, I would come on. I'm sorry for what happened. I'm taking a mental break. If you would like to donate so I could pass it on to the family, you know what I mean? I was trying to set up like a GoFundMe. Like I feel like times like this is when a GoFundMe is needed. He went out probably just shopping, or maybe he could have just went out for a nice walk. He didn't know that was gonna be his last day on earth. So again, I don't know if he's got life cover, but you know when your family don't expect you to die and now they've got obviously they're grieving, then they've got to think about how they're gonna pay for your funeral. Like so never mind cash at me if you can. How about get donations so you can pass it on to his family? Like it's the least you can do now. If they don't want to take it, you could maybe donate it to a charity that, deals with like, drink driving or people being unalived by drivers. But I agree with him. Like a lot of people that have a following who are famous, they literally don't know how to take accountability. It's like they're detached from the real world. It's weird.
Tea Time is a mutual of mine. And one of the times when everybody was on this app going crazy trying to cancel me, she allowed me to come on her live and clear my name and, just being very respectful to me. So I got to kind of talk to her one on one during that live and kind of gauge what kind of person she was outside of the messy talk stuff that she do. And overall, I feel like she a good person. I don't think that she intended for this to happen, of course, right? But it did. And this is a very unfortunate situation. And I don't want to make my whole video about her. I want to talk about the situation itself. And rest in peace to Darren Lucas, right? Because ain't nobody really talking about him. We're talking about her. And enough to been said about the situation with her. She shouldn't have been on live streaming. She shouldn't have had her kids in that back seat. I don't like repeating the same stuff that everybody has said, which is the obvious stuff. But what really need to be talked about is the lesson that everybody need to learn from this incident, which is how quick your life can change in a second. Being Darren's life, I don't think that when he walked out that house that he thought that he was going to get hit by a car and lose his life from somebody on TikTok streaming. And I'm sure when she got in her car with her kids, even though it was very negligent for her to be in the car streaming, I don't think that she thought she'd hit somebody, right? Nobody ever thinks that these things will happen, but they do. And that's the reason why you shouldn't be doing it. She knew exactly what she was doing. That's the reason why she had the green screen up, because she know TikTok don't allow you to drive and be on stream. For obvious reasons, this being the one. Right? You can't even record a video driving. They'll take your video down. So this is no fault of TikToks, because they done everything they can to keep you from doing it, which you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. But the whole thing is just sad that so many lives have been ruined in a matter of seconds because of a poor decision being made. I talk about cause and effect all the time on here because I don't think y'all truly understand how serious cause and effect is. I don't think you truly understand that everything you do, little, big, there will be an effect to it. Right? And it could be a terrible outcome. That is the reason why you should try your best to make good decisions. You do not need to be distracted when you're on that road. That road is dangerous. Every day I'm on my phone and I'm seeing these terrible accidents, whether it's these 18-wheelers crashing multiple cars. Like, these are some terrible people being drunk and driving. Being behind the wheel of that car is a dangerous place to be. And the worst part is being behind it and you doing reckless stuff like texting, being on live. being on your phone, recording video, doing anything that takes your mind and your eyes off of what you need to be focused on, which is the road. What they tell you in driver's ed, it ain't even you most of the time you got to worry about. It's other drivers, right? And if you're a person who just be walking, you need to be careful as well. These people be so distracted in what they be doing. You as a pedestrian walking, even if you got the right of way, you still got to be careful because these people be doing stuff while they driving and you could be hit. My condolences go out to Darren's family. I hate this whole thing happened. I know T did not mean for this to be end up like it did, but it did. It did. And it's just sad. And she gonna have to accept whatever consequences come behind this.
Yeah, shout out to Dana. I was a bit, because she knows her personally. So I thought she might have been, like one of her crazy stands, been more on her side. But no, she kept it 100. Yeah, we all know she didn't mean this to happen. But again, stupid actions have stupid, you know what I mean? Stupid consequences. Like, again, same with Getz. Even though he was drinking, I'm sure he didn't mean to kill that man, but he did. So I'm glad that she kept it 100 because I was like, I usually agree with her, but I was like, let me see how this gonna go. But no, like she says, she sees stuff every day. So do I. As me being a driver, when I'm behind people or beside them, I see people putting on makeup, obviously on the phone. It's like, why are you on the phone when you can connect it to your car? Texting, playing games, like people just be doing the most, and it's like your head's just meant to be straight and you're meant to be driving. And again, from pedestrians. I see them doing the madness as well, just literally because I know in America you have a thing called jaywalking. We don't have it here in the UK, so a person can literally step into the road, and us as the drivers, we have to slam on because if we hit them, then we're gonna unalive them. You know what I mean? So at least you guys are protected in that way. But in the UK, people just step out into the road all the time. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Zebra crossings, a lot of drivers don't even stop when they're meant to. From when you're approaching it in a school area, you're meant to be driving slower. I see people flying at my daughter's school, and it's outside my daughter's school, and it's just like you're in a school zone. Any kid could just like step. Oh my gosh. When I reach to my daughter's school early, and when I see kids just step out, or when their parents are letting them walk by themselves, the amount of times certain kids have almost got hit. And it's not the child's fault, it's the driver, because again, you're meant to be driving slower, but they just be driving normal and ooh, but yeah, shout out to her again. Her going on live, putting her children in the car, herself in the car, then going on live. She knew what she was doing. And like she said, she put on the green screen. So again, you knew what you was doing. When someone does something and they know it's wrong. We all know you're not supposed to drink and drive, but people, guess what? People still do it. They will drive to the club, drive to the pub, have their drinks, they're liquored, and then they walk to the car and get in the car and drive home. Like, you shouldn't do that. Nights out, restaurant, new places. I take an Uber. I can drive. People obviously just want to cut costs. People think, oh, I'm not going to get that drunk. And then they do, and then still have the cheat to get in their car and drive home. Every day we do things that we know we shouldn't be doing. And I like how she said every day, the littlest things or the biggest things, it has an effect. It's that ripple or that domino effect. As soon as you knock one domino down, you know, it all spirals. So again, her putting herself in the car and her children, I'm putting on the green screen and going live. You didn't mean for it to happen, but it happened. Gets going in the car, liquored. You didn't mean to unalive, but it happened. Listen, learn from other people's mistakes. You're not destined to make them. That's all I can say. I don't drink, but even if I did drink, I would never drink and drive. I try not to go on my phone. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh, when I'm in my car, I never go on my phone. Again, the most I do is changing the music. Apart from that, if I see a text or a notification from someone, I'm not opening it or reading it while I'm in the car. Most of the time, I've got my children in, so again, I'm responsible for my life, my children's life, and everyone around me.
Life up and you're about to go to jail because you don't know how to put your phone down. A woman by the name of Tyme, she's known for hosting live on this app. She was in the car driving with her kids in the back seat, and she was hosting a live stream. A pedestrian crossed the street, and she hit that man. Apparently that man is now dead. That was so irresponsible on so many levels. Not only did you decide to put your life at risk, you put your kid's life at risk in the back seat, and then ultimately took the life of somebody else just to host a live. Like, what could possess you to host a live while you're driving? It can't be that serious. Either end the live and tell your viewers that you're going to get back on when you get to your destination. Or don't start it if you know you're about to get into a car. You just took that person away from the family that they have out there. And now it's possible that now your kids are going to have to do without you. Simply because you couldn't just wait 20 or 30 minutes.
Ooh, he told no lies. Like Dana said, I know that man when he left his house that morning or that day, he didn't think he was gonna die. And that's the scariest thing about life as human beings. There's one thing that's guaranteed for all of us, and it's death. We don't know how it's gonna happen, but you know what I mean? When it's your turn, and it's just sad. Like he said, you really couldn't wait. You've changed so many lives. You've changed Darren's life, you've changed your own life, and you've changed your children's life. It's it's heartbreaking, man. It's just so I agree with him. You're going to jail and you literally should have just waited. And you know when people go jail, yeah, and people are like, oh, what you here for? When it's that stupidness, because I know in America you lot don't play about your time. When it's something stupid, oh, I was drink driving, or I ended up unaliving a man because I was on, you know what I mean? Do you know how stupid that sounds? But I agree with him. Like, I hope you do get sent to jail because again, this family is grieving now, and he's lost his life. Like, it's just sad, man. And again, this could have been anyone. It's the same with the Getz situation. I don't get how people were sticking up for Getz because it's like that man he unalived. That could have been you. When I hear stories like this and just other stories, you have to put yourself in that situation. How would you want your family to respond? Like, I'm sure you would want your family to get justice. How she unalived that man? If that was me, now my kids have to grow up without a mother. Now my mom has to grow up without a daughter. You know what I mean? Get older without a daughter. Like, nah. So the time you get, it's the time you deserve.
I got into one car accident when I was on my phone. I was playing fucking Nicki Minaj, and there was a car in front of me, a big car, and I was in a smaller vehicle, and the light turned green. I assumed that they had went because I was on my phone, and I hit the back of their car. Not even hit, I tapped it, but whatever. My car had more damage than they did, but that one accident, like for a tap, they sued the fuck out of me, and they got a lot of my insurance money. Hence why my insurance is so high, and that was 5 years ago. Okay, ever since then, I literally do not play about being on my phone while I'm driving at all, because in the middle of a split second, and the thing is, like, that lady that was on the phone, I'm telling you, she looked down, and I think she looked up, but sometimes when you're looking down, sometimes you could be looking down and doing both. Like, you could look up and be like, damn, how long was I looking down on my phone? In the blink of an eye. We really just have to do better about that. And I was not on my phone on live. I was searching for music. So you're on live trying to conduct a lot. Like, that was insane for someone to lose their life coming out of work because you could not put the phone down because you had to talk to your followers about what? Then to hop back on the live, talk about you gonna be okay. Then somebody was like, well, at least she stopped. She was gonna get cut anyways. It's not like she hit this man and she was not on her phone and was able to leave. Like, she was literally on live. I'm telling you, somebody would have connected the dots like, oh, she just hit somebody and then there was a hit and run. Like, they would have connected the fucking dots. I'm sorry, but if that was my loved one, you'd have to go to jail. You would literally have to go to jail. Like, that's sad.
Yeah, shout out to her, and she's speaking from experience. Look, her insurance went all the way up, and I love how most of the damage was to her car, but that person sued the fuck out of her just because they can. It's like, oh, that's like the easiest way to get money out of other drivers. If they tap you and a little bump to this, I actually saw one this morning where the woman tapped this man. It wasn't crazy damage, but you can tell he's gonna, you can just tell the person's gonna milk it. Again, with driving, you're meant to give distance. Don't I hate when drivers are up people's ass. Why are you so like behind me? Because if I fling on emergency stop, you're going in the right at the back of me. then I can claim, whiplash. I can claim so much. And that's because you just didn't want to give distance, you know what I mean? So she was just flicking through her playlist, trying to put on some Nicki Minaj. And now with her stand saying, well, at least she stopped. We have to say that nowadays because a lot of people do hit. That's why it's hit and run. People do it all the time. Happened to my friend. She was in a car crash and the guy literally reversed and skirted off. That's all she could do is make out that it was a man. And she had children in the car. People are evil, I tell you. Again, Gets could have stopped, but he carried on driving. So I actually agree with her stand. At least she stopped. Like, same with Gets. It made no sense for him to continue to drive because they literally found him in a couple of hours. This happened in London with Gets. There's cameras everywhere in London. So as soon as that camera clocks your number plate, like, where are you trying to run to? You know what I mean? So like she said, even if she did leave, the scene of the crime, they would have connected the dots and found her anyway, and she was on live. But I am glad that she pulled off, she was huffing and puffing like, like I gotta get out she gets out the car. People on live are like, girl, you good? The kids are like, what was that? Like, I can't imagine. And the saddest part is he just finished work. Oh, when I say with these stories, that's always heartbreaking with the Gets. He was his parents' only child, and it's just like, man, when you literally the holes is getting deeper and deeper. So with this situation, he was leaving work. I don't know if he had children, but there's no way he clocked in for work that day, clocked out. You know you're buzzing when you finish work. He didn't know he was gonna lose his life that day. Like literally, when you break it down, man, it's heartbreaking.
So you guys all know the TikToker that fatally unalived somebody while driving and live streaming on TikTok Live. And y'all know that I've been talking about it for a couple days. My little account got you bitches ruffled. I'm not even at 50K yet. My hair looks crazy. I'm not even at 50K yet. And I'm currently being harassed and bullied. Y'all got me coming on panels. Bitches is screaming about my weight, calling me all types of fat bitches, and saying that I allegedly make CPNs. Let's talk hypothetically. Let's say I did make CPNs. Hypothetically. How was that being compared to somebody live streaming on live and unaliving somebody? So I brought up the scenario. I said, if people are making CPNs so they can be housed, I'm not going to police them. The same way I'm not policing people who's stealing food out of grocery stores so they can have food. I mind my business. But when it comes to negligence, something that's 100% preventable, and someone got unalived, I'm trying to understand why there's a sky hate train going on right now. Mind you, I'm not even the only creator talking about Tyme. But for some reason, little old me done ruffled the feathers. So now I'm being threatened to be doxxed. Now they're about to look up my apartment complex and figure out where I live and figure out if my lease is under a CPN. Yes, this just happened less than 24 hours ago. I just got threatened to be doxxed. Someone doxed my job literally the day before yesterday. And now we're here trying to figure out where I live because your friend unalived somebody while driving and streaming on TikTok Live. I just want everybody else outside of Messy Talk to see what's happening right now.
Jeez, listen, shout outs to her. I had to comment when I got that video on her TikTok, but I was like, listen, keep preaching, keep telling the truth. Like she stated, there's other people talking about it. Like, why are you coming for me? Listen, I know what it's like to be bullied and harassed on YouTube, so I can only imagine. But people take it too far, when they're trying to find out where you work, where you live. Like, are you okay? Listen, don't find out where I live unless you're coming. Gotta keep that same energy, you know what I mean? Don't be doing no stalker shit and putting things through my letterbox. Knock on and come and see me in a real life, and I hope you're keeping that same energy. For a woman you don't even know, and for a woman that's probably going to jail, people are not okay. Again, it's the same with Gets. He has so many people sticking up for him, and it's just like, a family have lost their only child. Like, are you lot okay? And I just feel like if this happened to someone in your family, would you be keeping this energy? Well, no, because the person that would do it in your family would be like a regular person. But because these people have a bit of clout, following, they're celebrity, it's okay to just unalive people. It's okay to drink drive. It's okay to go live and just knock over someone. Huh? Please make this make sense.
Tyme, going on a mental hiatus from TikTok Live, and what people to cash app you? How much is the lawyer girl? How much is the lawyer girl? Come on now. Going on a mental hiatus? Huh? And you need somebody to cash app you? Girl, how much is the lawyer? Come on now. Don't be telling us you need somebody to be invested in you. Girl, you hit somebody. And you know the worst thing, you know what you'll get the most amount of time for? You was driving a fucking Altima. Yeah, it's destiny, baby. It's destiny. So if y'all don't know, Tyme basically was on live with her kids in the car, and she wasn't looking where she was going. Okay? Now, what make it worse is that you ain't supposed to be driving while on live. It's a reason why big content creators be sitting the fuck still. Because the amount and attention to energy that we got to put into this, you can't be doing nothing else. Okay? So, boom, she hit this person. She ain't hit nobody who live under a bridge. She hit somebody who was a loving servant of the Lord. Huh? His family won't get back. Sidebar. Hitting somebody and you the host of the room and saying, I'm going to have to call y'all back? You started this. Whoa, I will not be an accessory. You started this live. I'm listening. Continue on. I hear the kids. I digress. Okay? Now, she said she's not going to be on live for a little minute. She came and basically told us that she want us to cash app her. Girl, we get paid on the 15th. Okay, you better take that money and give it to a criminal defense attorney. Hello? Now listen, Tyme is just like a lot of content creators. I'm not even going to lie. People be on live while they driving. This is why you supposed to sit still. We'll see where this goes, but you're going to jail. Okay? I got $28. Girl, if I make it fall, never mind. I'm in the bind, Nate.
I love that guy. Him and his car days, he always looks so comfortable. But listen, with jokes, you know what I mean? He told no lies, like jokes aside, you know what I mean? Cash app. I wasn't even thinking about a lawyer, you know what I mean? I was thinking cash app so you can donate some money to the family, but yeah, you're gonna need that from a criminal defense lawyer, guaranteed. And you know what's mad, yeah? When people do stuff like this and still plead not guilty, and it's just like, we literally all saw you live in 4K, like, huh? We didn't see it, but we heard it. Now with Gets, we seen it, but we didn't see the driver. So, you know, he could be like someone else was driving, you know what I mean? But the sound effects are all there. Like, you lot on TikTok, you get paid tomorrow. It's the 15th tomorrow. So, but yeah, with everything, please, guys, content creator, if you're just like addicted to your phone, because the addiction's real, please put the phones down, especially when you're driving, and especially when you're walking as well. I see so many people they're just on the phone, they're not looking around their surroundings. So please put the phones down. But yeah, guys, this video was very heavy. But rest in peace to Darren Lucas, and prayers and condolences to his family. And yeah, just put the phones down, especially if you're a content creator. No more filming in your car. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share. Stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one.